Hey everybody, the new moon solar eclipse is happening Saturday, October 14th at 21 degrees Libra. What does this mean for your sign? We're going to talk astrology, we're going to pull some tarot cards and find out how you can use this energy. So keep watching. So welcome to the channel, or welcome back as the case may be. So good to see you here. We're going to get right into it. Be using the Mystical Moments tarot deck for the tarot portion of our time together. Please watch for your rising sign first and then your sun sign. I am going to break this out by houses. I'm using whole sign houses. But you also do want to watch for your sun sign. Okay, so the rising sign will give you information on how this may be affecting the particular house of your natal chart. And where there might be a new beginning in that particular area of your life. And then the sun sign reading can give you information on goals, energy, achievement, how you can best put your own personal stamp on what we got going on here in the reading. The sun sign energy fills out the house reading. That's the best way I can describe it. It fills it out. I mean, yes, rising sign's important, but that also is, rising is also the facade, right? It is what other people see of us. It's the first house. It's our physical body. And yes, it's important. It affects the houses of our chart. But really, our ego essence is our sun sign. Okay, so how we go about maybe applying the energies is going to be dependent on that. And also our Mars sign too. But I think, watching rising and sun and taking what resonates for you, blending them together for your own personal message. So Mercury is conjunct this new moon solar eclipse, which does suggest there are lots of communications, self-talk, contracts, negotiations, movement, sales, messages, information, which is all very Mercury. About like our new goals, the things that we want to achieve in the particular area of our natal chart that the eclipse is happening. Now, also, Pluto is going direct as of October 10th in Capricorn, wrapping up. He's, trying to wrap up that long cycle since 2008 of being in Capricorn. He will not be finally finished until November of 2024, so we still have a little bit to go with that. But Pluto going direct now will also be squaring the North Node in Aries at this particular eclipse. So we can feel as though we have one foot in the new and one foot in the old. And that's okay. We're still in this period of transition, and eclipses they can bring an acceleration in the timeline, but they are about change. Okay, and Pluto, we know, is about change as well. He's been changing up our lives quite a bit with his energy in Capricorn, getting down to the roots of a lot of structures in our lives, etc. So this could be a very interesting time, this whole month, really, with trying to make headway on some personal changes. And it's not that we're not able to. We are able to. But we should also keep in mind the fact that eclipses are powerful portals. They are openings. So as we go through the particular opening of the energy, we continue to work with the energy and evolve it until the next eclipse, the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra, which is happening March 24th, 2024. So you might want to think of this time period and what intentions you're setting at this new moon solar eclipse, how you can bring it to a culmination or release point at the end of March. Because the thing with the eclipses is that the radical changes and things may not always manifest like the day of the eclipse or even the month of the eclipse. They have, as I said, this portal, this energetic window, whatever metaphor you want to work with, that rolls out over several months, sometimes even several years. It just depends on the eclipse. So just kind of keep that in mind. And remember, too, it's always about working with the particular energies and how we respond to them. right? It's not just about things happening to you. I really want to emphasize that. But sometimes I see comments like, I'm waiting, or whatever. Okay, there's active waiting, and then there's just waiting. I'm a passive victim of circumstance. I don't believe in that, okay? So, there's always things that we can do, even if it's just changing our attitude and our mindset, right? Sometimes, yes, there may not be things that are actively shifting outside, but we can do the shift internally. That is active waiting, okay? There's a big difference between that and being a passive victim. That being said, you got to be on your toes during eclipse season because, yes, there can be changes that come about rather quickly. So it's good to just be aware of that. Doesn't mean everybody should freak out or be doom and gloom or be all worried. No, but we just want to be aware. Also, of course, we always work with a pair of eclipses. We are going to be having the full moon lunar eclipse happening October 28th in Taurus, wrapping up this, I'll do a separate video on that, wrapping up this eclipse season that we've had the North Node in Taurus and the South Node in Scorpio. Of course, the South Node has moved into Libra and North Node has moved into Aries, but this is the last eclipse on that Taurus-Scorpio axis for a while. So there may be a final hurrah, a letting go of something going on also in the house where Taurus is indicated in your chart. And I find this also interesting because, of course, Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus. So there may be some interesting bookend experiences happening with this solar eclipse in Libra and the lunar eclipse in Taurus. Could be some interesting things happening, like I said, like a bookend effect. But also know, again, that this energy, even with the full moon lunar eclipse at the end of the month, can ripple out over time. Okay, so let's see. We're going to break this out by houses and, just apply the energy appropriately. If you use unequal house system, which I do when I analyze charts for people, yes, you could have an overlap between houses. Then, your second house may be different than in whole sign houses. So then just watch for that particular rising sign that would make it appropriate for you. Okay. So it's readings on YouTube, right? We're not looking at individual things. You have to, out there in the audience, apply the energies and watch the parts that are appropriate to you. All right. And I'm just saying this now in this particular video because I've been getting a lot of feedback in the comments about this. So again, do the best you can here by applying the energies to your life. All right, Aries, so you have a new moon, a solar eclipse in your 7th house of relationships. So let's see. And of course, the most important relationship we have is with ourselves. So if you're not interested in a romantic relationship or a business relationship, both of which could be signified by the 7th house, then this reading is for you in terms of your relationship with yourself and ways you may need to start anew and work towards some new goals or be more loving to yourself. Okay, North Node is in your sign, as we know. So let's see what we have. Just apply it to life. All right, Aries. So new moons, of course, solar eclipses. This is about new beginnings. So there could be some new relationships coming in for you, whether business, personal, friendship. Some of you are ready to end an era of being alone. Some of you are ready to end an era of being coupled. I mean, that's another way to look at it. All right, let's see. We have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Wow. And the King of Pentacles. Now in this deck, we have male and female kings. Okay, so we have definitely energy. I read Pentacles also as self-esteem. Energy of self-worth and self-belief going on here. Double aces. Aces for me are about the self. It's very much about what you're wanting. So your heart and mind are made up that you are embarking upon relationships of value. The King of Pentacles. This may be somebody with strong earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. but that's what I would say, right? The seventh house. Now, it could also be because we have the Pentacles. It could be that you're really wanting to have more connections in your life that help you in a business sense, that help you manage your money, make your money, support one another with, entrepreneurial activities or something like that. Okay, but with double aces here, this is about choosing yourself, choosing connections of value, having a fresh mindset with the Ace of Swords, and also a fresh beginning in your heart, really. This is beautiful here. There could be, because Mercury is conjunct the new moon solar eclipse, and with the Ace of Swords here, you could be in communication very soon with, maybe by that full moon in Taurus, lunar eclipse, with somebody new coming into your life. There could be a lot of communications, emails, texts, all of that type of thing signified here by this Ace of Swords. But this is also, I'm just feeling, allergy throat today. I'm feeling just a lot of energy surrounding fresh starts, new beginnings, and you not playing second fiddle to a partner, but you really also holding your own in a relationship. So if you already have a relationship that's established, the new moon solar eclipse could also be having you just kind of reassert your energy in that relationship and saying, excuse me, okay, with the King of Pentacles here, excuse me, but what I have to say, how I feel and what I think about our relationship, our family, whatever, is still important. Don't be like brushing me aside anymore. So there could be something like that also going on. You kind of reclaiming your value, your worth, your ability to speak up and speak out in a particular relationship and association. If somebody's not been listening to you lately, you're going to make them listen. Aren't you, Aries? Yeah, I think you are. So that's also possible here. So very interesting. I'm just feeling that if this is about new beginnings for you with the aces here, you are feeling very empowered, very strong. King of Pentacles here, like very solidly in your power. I know this is not your energy, but it is the energy of feeling very grounded. So you're absolutely sure and grounded and steady about what you want and you deserve, which is fantastic. And you're going to be planting some big seeds for, bringing in more valuable connections into your life. All right, Taurus, a new moon solar eclipse in your 6th house of work and well-being. So let's see what we have going on for you with this energy. How you can use the energy for your highest good, Taurus. Taurus. Oh, we have a King of Cups. And we have a 10 of Wands. And we have a 10 of Pentacles. Okay. All right, I'm going to read this more probably about your well-being. But it could be related to work also. All right, but in my opinion, with the 2 10s that are showing up here, and that is the day that Pluto goes direct, actually. So that's interesting. Number 10 showing up. 10s are about endings of cycles, and they're also associated with groups. So what's interesting with this King of Cups, notice the shark in his belly. I find this I love this deck, fascinating. The ship is in his heart, but there's this churning shark in his belly. So I feel like you may want some sort of new beginning. There's a ship in your heart to set sail, to take care of yourself more, again, well-being, to do things more that are emotionally for yourself or make you feel good. That you may want to set sail for fresh shores and horizons in terms of your work. Maybe you want different responsibilities. Maybe you want a different team to work with or a different job entirely or different responsibilities. You're tired with this 10 of Wands showing up here. You're tired of the burden that has been placed on you in some way. And you're hanging in there because you have a responsibility, 10 of Pentacles, to pay your bills. You're responsible. 10 of Pentacles also can be the family unit. You have a responsibility to pay your share for the family finances. Maybe you could be the only one also paying the expenses for your family. And your family, as I've said many times, can be you and your cat. It's, it doesn't matter. But it's responsible energy. So is the Ten of Wands, right? You are responsible to this energy, but at the same time, something has to shift because it's both tens that are showing up. So what I would say here to work with the energy is really within the next 6 months, as I discussed in the prologue to this video, you need to find a way, set the intention to shift out of this burdensome energy and find a new group for yourself. Maybe a new job, new group that you're earning your money with. Maybe that has a little less responsibilities, workload. It could be also, there could be, just depends. There could be some emotional resentment going on because at the workplace with the Ten of Pentacles, you could be taking on a lot of the work burden and you're not getting paid more to do that. But also, did anybody ask you to do that? Or did you just take it on because you could take it on and handle it? So there may be some things here to really look at about emotionally setting sail, as I said, wrapping up situations that you cannot continue. I mean, she is weighed down, like this burdensome energy is not healthy, right? Because we're looking at work and well-being. It's both of these things are combined. Okay. And, but of course, because you may be responsible for other people with the Ten of Pentacles, you can't just willy-nilly exit something and not have a backup plan, right? And you wouldn't do that anyway. I mean, Taurus, you like, you like your steady finances, your steady, want to know where your next dime is coming from. I don't blame you with that, especially in today's economy. So I think the important thing here is to really acknowledge, King of Cups, what's going on with you emotionally, because you may be so caught up in all of this daily grind energy that it's pushing this emotional reality away from you. We've all done that, distracted ourselves with work and responsibility so we don't have to feel things. It is required that you start feeling things so that you can feel this energy and also free it and free yourself from it and move on to something better. So this new moon solar eclipse can help you set that intention to let go of something very burdensome in your life and free yourself, emotionally, because the sharks in the belly can be those resentments, right? They're down here, but they're going to start bubbling up and they're going to rock your ship. And you don't want to be tossed around on those types of seas, do you, Taurus? No. All right, Gemini, new moon solar eclipse in your 5th house of love, romance, creativity, pleasure, the house of the entrepreneur, the house of taking risks and chances, and the house of pleasure. Ooh. Okay, let's see what we need to know for you. New beginnings in these areas. Will there be a new love affair for the Geminis? Will there be a new creative project you'll be working on? Let's find out. Oh, we have some Capricorn. We have the Devil energy. And we have the Queen of Cups. And we have the Hierophant. Wow. Okay. This is interesting. Very interesting. The Hierophant, of course, is Taurus energy. That is your 12th house of things behind the scenes, subconscious urges and desires, psychic information coming in. 12th house is sometimes also where we can trip ourselves up. Okay, this is what I feel going on here. Currently, you may be caught in some sort of web with the Devil here. Some sort of emotional web, an emotional codependency. Possibly with a relationship. It could also be something. 5th house is children also. It could be an unhealthy dynamic going on between you and your child. It's possible if you have a child, but it could also just be some other very unhealthy emotional dynamic going on that your actual subconscious has been telling you to free yourself from. I feel like this new moon solar eclipse and the eclipse in Taurus, which is coming as Taurus energy here, is coming up as the end of the month, as I said in the prologue. I think there's going to be some sort of unmistakable, I hesitate to use the word lesson, but I'm going to use it. Some sort of lesson that kind of really hits home for you about this fifth house area of your life. Now, again, I think there is something here that you emotionally want to get free from. It could also be to some project. I mean, fifth house is also creative energy, creative projects. Some sort of creative project that's been draining you, or feeling like you don't have enough time to work on your creative life, creative projects, because you have so many other responsibilities, but you're choosing those responsibilities instead of choosing yourself and making time for yourself for your creative work. So there may be some sort of, again, lesson on the horizon that is going to kind of encourage you. The universe is going to encourage you, Gemini, to set yourself free so that you can make a new commitment in this fifth house area of your life. So it's time to, you can see the web is here. It is time to get unstuck from the spider's web. Pluto going direct in your 8th house of transformation is going to help you also do that, because this is the Capricorn, Pluto's in Capricorn. There's some sort of power dynamic that, maybe has gotten out of whack. Again, keeping you stuck in some way. You've done enormous transformative work since Pluto's been in that Capricorn area since 2008. I mean, you've really dug into some deep, deep stuff, 8th house, right? I mean, some really hard stuff you've had to look at and deal with. You've dealt with it. But again, we're still not done with Pluto and Capricorn. We're getting there. But this may be one of the last, again, lessons, opportunities for you to really show yourself and show the world and show Pluto too that you're the one in charge. You're the one in power and empowered, not this energy over here. So, and because this is about commitments, there could be, again, some sort of commitment that you need to release. It's unhealthy, it's toxic, and it's keeping you from your higher potential in this 5th house area. So, apply the energies accordingly. All right, Cancer, new moon, solar eclipse in your 4th house of home and family roots, secure foundation. Let's see what we need to know for you. New beginnings for you with home and family. We have the 7 of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Oops. And a 4 of Wands. Wow. Okay. So the universe with this eclipse is helping you start to move forward on manifesting a wish, the 7 of Cups, in this house, in the 4th house. Now, what's interesting is the Knight of Wands is a classic moving card, but it is also a classic energy of something rapidly changing in your love life. So, depending on your personal situation, your wish for somebody you can settle down with and raise a family with is the energy to work with at this new moon solar eclipse. To start taking the action with the Knight of Wands on getting out there, dating again, socializing, etc. Okay, and very quickly, maybe even within 4 months. So maybe by Sagittarius season, there could be somebody very interesting on the horizon for you. It's possible. Okay, in this, again, we get the number 4 here, right? In this 4th house. This is Aries energy, which is also your 10th house of career, but the 10th house is also public relationships, marriage partner. So indeed, this energy happening in Aries Libra with the North Node in Aries, South Node Libra, with the eclipse seasons that we're having with Aries Libra, it really could bring in a marriage material partnership for you. Okay? Others of you, what may be going on is there is a wish to find a place that feels like your energy. This is the 7 of Cups. This is your energy. So there may be another move on the horizon for you, maybe next spring with the 4 of Wands showing up here. But what happens at this current eclipse, depending on your situation, it can take several months to figure out, line up all the things that you need to do. This is Aries energy also, to find that place. Well, I don't care if it's an apartment, a house, an RV, whatever, right? Like, you need budgets, you need a plan, you need, to figure out all the things. And some of you may, in fact, be moving in a place that you're not even aware of yet. It's very possible. I think you may have the wish to move, but the exact location is not quite there yet. This new moon solar eclipse, now I can't move my arm because the cat's here. The new moon solar eclipse may be also pointing you to that star of destiny, like the place on the map that you may not have considered before. And with the star, it may start guiding you into that place. So all of a sudden, like, I love specific examples. You start seeing billboards. You're driving on the road. You start seeing a billboard for a certain town or a certain vacation spot or something like that. Or all of a sudden, like, a friend sends you an email about this place and they're like, oh, I saw this, I thought of you. Or you watching something on YouTube and something pops up somewhere and you start watching the video and you're like, oh, that place is really cool. Maybe I should go there and visit, or maybe we should go there and visit. Okay, you see what I'm saying? I think very exciting changes on the horizon for you. Now, it's also possible that because this is family celebration energy, the move may not be on your radar right now, but it may be coming on your radar because there could be a beautiful announcement of your child getting pregnant. And you want to move closer, to be closer to the grandchildren, nieces, nephews. It could even be nieces and nephews. Doesn't matter, right? Like, there could be something like that too, where you would like to be closer to family because something beautiful, a beautiful family wish gets fulfilled. And that changes things very quickly about how you want to be closer. So that's another possibility with this energy. So very interesting. Keep an open mind. Like I said, something new may be coming in on the radar for you with this, but it's still going to satisfy you quite a bit. But have the open mind about it. Leo's new moon solar eclipse in your third house of communications, writing, speaking, teaching, networking, sales, transportation. If you need a new car, heads up on this. All right, let's see what we have going on for you with this energy, Leos. Let's see. Whoops. Hello, I can shuffle today. Okay. All right, let's see what we have for you. Leo, we have a 9 of Wands and the 6 of Swords. And the 6 of Wands. Isn't that beautiful? Love this card so much. All right, so I think you're getting something off your chest. That's what I feel. I think you're getting something off your chest. I think you're releasing something that's been troubling you mentally. Also, because the third house can be your mind also. It's the third house is associated with Gemini energy, Mercury energy, even though it's Libra, okay, but in the astrological wheel, it's Gemini energy too. All right, so we have the 9 of Wands here, which you can see all the scratches on her blouse. She's been hanging in there. She's been dealing with this rose with many thorns. So there has been some sort of thorny issue, thorny problem that you've been trying to solve. Or the communication has been very challenging and difficult, maybe with a person in your life. There could be some sort of very difficult mental project you have been working on. That's been a lot of work. It's a 9 of Wands. It's been a labor of love. Here's the rose, but it's been a lot. You're getting it done though. So this could be a release point for you. The 6 of Swords, this is Gemini also. There could be this release energy for you happening, especially by the end of the month with the full moon in Taurus, which is a natural time of releasing. But I would say within 6 weeks, this situation, like, you're determined, you're setting your intention at this new moon solar eclipse. I got to get this off my plate. This needs to be finished. Hello, hello, hello. Done, done, done. Okay, so, and then we have the 6 of Wands. So this is stress relief, mental stress relief from getting this done. The Six of Wands is, I encourage you to take a break, Leo, if you possibly can, and just enjoy life for a little bit after this situation has been released for you. But also, you're releasing it to great success and fanfare with the Six of Wands. All right, so if you're wrapping up some sort of like big project, communications project at work, and then you have to present it to a bunch of people, like everybody could just be giving you rave reviews about all the hard work you did. If you're finishing up a book manuscript and finally releasing it out, again, you could have rave reviews, just some beautiful success. This is sweet success with this sipping the nectar of life. It's really beautiful energy that's going on here. So, but the intention needs to be set to finally get this freaking finished. Like, just get it done. If this involves sales of some type, again, you could have been working very hard on wooing a big client, and finally you land the contract with the Six of Wands. This is victory and success in whatever you got going on here. Also, this is a boat. This is guys on a horse. There is movement here. Third house, also transportation. So this may be time to admit that whatever your current vehicle is, you have patched it together. Your shirt, right? You've patched it together as best you can. It may be time to move on and let it go and find a new ride with the Six of Wands. Okay, so this could be a good time to set the intention to do that. All right, so excellent energies here, Leo, but it's time to release that Nine of Wands situation. All right, Virgo, new moon solar eclipse in your second house of show me the money. Second house of money, values, self-esteem. Virgos, new beginnings with your coin life. All right, let's see what we got going on for you. You definitely have money on your mind. You got your Mercury conjunct this new moon solar eclipse. Could be some big juicy contract, new beginning with your money. Absolutely. This Mercury, and of course Mercury being your ruler as well. So this could be very, very good for you. Check out your money, career, and business reading. There was some excellent money energies in there as well for October. All right, let's see Virgos. We got for you, we have a Seven of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles, there's your energy. And the Ten of Swords. Okay. All right. Don't worry about the Ten of Swords here. Okay. This is the dawn of the new day. Obviously, in the regular tarot, that's what's going on. Like, we've reached a point of no return. Things are looking up. But I think there's a different thing going on here with this particular energy. Look at how everybody's poking her head with bobby pins. And we have the Seven of Wands, which you see the guys busting loose, busting free. And this energy is very much about being an individual, putting your muscle, Mars, behind your own desires and not being afraid to buck the crowd, buck a trend, do you, in other words. And you're showing up here in the middle. I think there's lots of information in that Virgo brain of yours that's coming from a lot of different directions. Some of it is not very good. Some of it is other people's shenanigans, BS, projections, coulda, woulda, shouldas that they're trying to convince you to do. You need to do you. You need to focus on yourself and what you want. This is the second house of values and self-esteem. Whatever you want. Now, maybe you got to tune into that a little bit more, but there's something here I feel about you turning over a new leaf. That can be new moon solar eclipse. Turning over a new leaf to stand up and fight. Of course, not literally, but, be determined to stand up and put your energy behind what you want. And with this Ten of Swords, you don't have to be rude or, mean or anything, but put other people in their place if they're trying to tell you or convince you what to do. When we do not follow our own inner guidance is often the time when we end up betraying ourselves. All right. So, and with this Ten of Swords, there could be somebody around who would like to be a backstabber, who's deliberately maybe trying to tell you something that isn't correct so they can, twist the knife or, do the dirty or whatever. I mean, that is the Ten of Swords. That can be the reality there, depending on what you got going on. Ariel's like standing at the window. I don't know what she's doing. Okay. All right. But the point is, be determined. Really know what it is that you want, and you can get it. You can go out and manifest it for yourself. You're showing up super strong here, but you have to notice how she is facing this. That to me suggests it's a good idea to face these people with the strong determination behind you, with the Seven of Wands, and not waver. Okay? Don't go like this, but be firm and strong. Your own personal financial freedom is depending upon it in some way, and also your self-respect. Confront in a nice way. Deal with whatever this is. And again, this can just be yourself too. All the things picking at your Virgo brain, and you drawing a firm line in the sand and telling yourself to cut it out. And proceed with confidence. You got this. This is a whole new beginning for you with this energy. All right, but as I said, this could also be literally other people in your world who are trying to influence you in a way that probably would not be good for you. All right, Libras, this is your time. It's the new moon solar eclipse in your sign, conjunct Mercury, so it is time to make up your mind. I know. Say that to a Libra. Okay, it is. No, seriously. It's not that you can't make up your mind. You can, but it'll often take you a while to get there. It's time to make up your mind before the universe makes it up for you. All right, it is time for some fresh initiatives. It's time for rethinking your personal image, your personal goals. It's time to perhaps be also making a fresh start in a new direction in terms of where you're living, how you're living, and who you're living with, as Pluto goes direct again in that 4th house for you. All right, let's see what we got. Of course, South Node also traveling through your sign, which is about release and renewal, but the release part comes first, and then the renewal. All right, let's see. Libras. And those of you born a little later in Libra season, so around, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, in that time period, you're having this conjunct your sun, so this may be particularly important for you, this eclipse. We have the 8 of Wands, and we have the 7 of Cups. Uh-oh. Oh no, I can't end on a hangman. We're going to pull another one for you. I can't end on an 8 of Swords either. I can't end on a 9 of Swords. Libra, what is going on here? I'll tell you, this is an interesting story. And then we have a 4 of Wands. All right, which is Aries energy. All right, so some of you, what's going on here is the reason I was saying, oh no, with these two things is that there's a lot of options and choices, and it's overwhelming you, I think, in some way. And it's keeping you stuck. Right? You keep kind of going back and forth. Like, you start moving ahead with the 8 of Wands. You're starting like, okay. And then you're like, oh, but wait a minute. 7 of Cups. What if there's something better? And then you get hung up. The Hangman. You're like, well, I don't want to make the wrong choice. This is classic Libra. I'm not trying to be mean, but this is the Libra energy. And then we have the 8 of Swords, another energy of feeling stuck mentally, and a 9 of Swords perhaps being worried again about making the wrong decision. This is what I feel is the theme here. There's something here you're worried about taking the wrong opportunity, making the wrong decision. And you also possibly may be worried with the 9 of Swords here. Look at all the eyes on her body. Possibly worried about what other people are going to think about your options, or about your choice, rather. You may be worried about what other people are going to think about your choice. But then we have the 4 of Wands, which is a beautiful celebratory energy. It is Aries energy, which is your 7th house of partnerships, both business and personal. The North Node is there. This is also a happy home card, celebration. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy. So, and it can be about a new home also, and possibly moving in with somebody. So some of you, maybe that is the issue. Either buying the home, going into partnership, maybe with somebody to buy a home, moving in with someone, possibly getting married, or engaged. There could be those types of things. And, you know, it's not that you can't make a commitment. Of course you can. But getting to that point is often the struggle. And it can be, well, sorry, cat here. If I say yes to this, I'm eliminating all these other things from my life. So the way to reframe that is to say, okay, I'm going to choose to commit to this particular new connection, relationship, this situation. So I think there's a major commitment situation on the horizon for you. And again, this can be business also. This can be you deciding you want to partner up with somebody in your business. You want to partner, you want to have a new business association relationship. Maybe you're going to want to leave your current job. Okay, but again, there's different options and different choices. Maybe you're worried they're going to, say something or give you a bad reference, that Nine of Swords we just had. Okay, it's all this inaction and indecision and the going back and forth that is the problem. As we know, eclipses can speed up timelines. They can sometimes force decisions. It's some with circumstances that happen. So I think the universe is possibly going to deliver you an ultimatum from somebody else. This is your 7th house. So somebody else could be coming to you with an ultimatum, Libra. Either we do this or we're not doing this and I'm out of here. So, and I don't mean this to scare you or be negative. It's not anything like that, but that sometimes happens, especially if you've been dating someone, right? There could be something going on here, or wooing them in business even, right? Trying to, whatever, but you're not making that final commitment. They could say, yeah, hello, like, I'm not just going to wait around here. Like, we've been dating for quite a while, the last 4 years. Are we getting engaged? Like, hello, like, or the last 4 months I've been in negotiation with you to seal this business deal. If you ain't into it, fine, I'm out of here, right? So there can be something like that happening for you. I mean, this is good energy. It can be all's well that ends well. But again, it could be coming. There could be news, there could be information, there could be kind of that point of no return moment from somebody else in your world that's going to encourage you to make a decision. And that's why we have the Mercury in your sign also. It's like you've been thinking about it enough, I think, from the energies that came out. It is now time to communicate Mercury and also make that final decision and communicate it to somebody else. Okay, so let's see how that happens and how that rolls out for you. And also remember, this is going to be tied into next March and April energy for you also. So it could be the type of thing where, the next chapter of this situation rolls out for you at that time. All right, Scorpio, new moon solar eclipse in your 12th house of things hidden behind the scenes, your subconscious, sacrifices, things coming out of the woodwork. It's a very spiritual house too, being really connected to the ethereal realms, your dream life. So my feeling, new moon solar eclipses in the 12th house can really help us get in tune with some new spiritual practices, can help us clean out our minds, let go of baggage, let go of limiting beliefs, help us kind of turn over a new leaf in some way with perhaps, like I said, something that's been kind of weighing us down for a while. It can be very freeing, very mentally and spiritually freeing when we have a new moon eclipse in this area. You could have a major epiphany about your life or something that's been troubling you for a while and be able to kind of make sense of it and let it go. So, interesting energies. Let's see what we have for you, Scorpio. We have the 6 of Pentacles, And we have the Nine of Wands. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So this could have something to do with money beliefs with the Ten of Pentacles. It could have something to do with family dynamics and relationships as well because of the Ten of Pentacles. We have a Six of Pentacles here, and you can see one girl's cup is higher than the other. That girl's getting her tea first over that one. And then the Nine of Wands in the middle, we have this lady with a lot of tears in her shirt. She's been dealing with the rose that has a lot of thorns. So there could be, again, a family dynamic situation dynamic at work or with money issues that you have been trying to shift and work on about, and Pentacles for me are also about self-esteem, about your own value, understanding your own value, particularly maybe within family relationships. So there could be like some sort of family dynamic that you've been dealing with letting go of, where maybe somebody was the golden child, somebody was favored over someone else within the family unit, somebody was seen as more valuable in some way, and you maybe kept trying to shine and earn the love, but and this could have been from a long ago in the past, but it never quite gelled and came together. This could also be something where your needs within perhaps a marriage partnership, because of the Ten of Pentacles, were not as valued as somebody else's needs. And you know, it didn't matter how much you did, right, with this rose and the thorns, how much you struggled to assert yourself or explain the situation and make it better. It didn't matter, you know, it didn't work. So, and especially because we have the full moon lunar eclipse happening in your 7th house of relationships at the end of the month. And it's interesting we have this coming up here. I think this new moon solar eclipse and the full moon lunar eclipses this month, these eclipses are helping you put relationship dynamic issues about your own value firmly and finally to rest. And you are going to be able to set some intentions to really come from a place with new relationships, come from a place of greater enhanced self-esteem and value, and not automatically, because this is what these scripts do to us. We have like knee-jerk reactions. We just go into automatic mode. You're not going to be doing that anymore with relationships. You're not going to automatically be the people pleaser or the one who keeps trying and hanging in there, or being the one down here accepting crumbs or whatever, or giving your authority and power away to somebody else in the family, or, you know, somebody who reminds you of somebody in the family. And again, it's like this knee-jerk reaction. You are wiping the slate clean. You're understanding this dynamic, and you're going to be so in tune for it. This will not happen again to you. This is what I feel. All right. This ties in with that other eclipse as well. Okay. So, because you did so much personal work and self-growth when the South Node was going through your sign. I mean, that was intense with all the other aspects that were also going on. So this is like this final, like, I don't want to say final, but I mean, this is really reset and mental and spiritual reset energy, I feel, for you. Absolutely. Where it's about value. It's about you being valued, not having to earn value, but just being who you are deserves to be valued in your close relationships, your close associations, including family. So with that 12th house as well, there could be things where you're really turning over a new leaf, and you're not going to be sacrificing your needs or being the sacrificial one, scapegoat one in the family either. This, of course, may mean that there, you know, depending on your situation, there may need to be no contact, or, you know, a withdrawal, or better boundaries. I mean, but that can be the type of thing you're going to continue to work on. But I feel like you're really, really spiritually in tune with this particular dynamic that has been maybe going on for you. And you're releasing those types of associations. No more. Especially, again, with that full moon lunar eclipse at the end of the month. All right, Sagittarius, new moon solar eclipse in Libra, your 11th house of hopes and wishes and dreams, personal gains, friends, networks, associates. Let's see what we have for you. Ariel's concentrating. Sagittarius. Let's see what we got. Sagittarius. Ooh, a 3 of Cups. Very nice. Ooh, and some Leo. Very nice. And the Queen of Swords, the Libra energy. Okay. Very nice. All right. Some sort of new association is going to be new creative social group. This is what I feel. Is going to be very important to your manifesting your future goals. Okay, with this, see her little spyglass there. So 3 of Cups is great. This is simpatico energy. There could be some new friends you're going to be associating with, colleagues, etc. It's beautiful energy. It could be within the arts as well, or in some creative capacity. But this is really good, heartfelt, sincere, like we're happy to be together type energy. Coming together in happiness to create some sort of common goal, right? It's great energy. And even that goal could just be having fun, right? It doesn't matter. But we have the Leo, the Strength card after it. So this could be, if you have been wanting to get in shape, as an example, if that's been your hope and wish and dream, this is the physical body energy. I would suggest doing it with a couple of friends, either a walking group, walking club, or doing group exercise classes or something like that. The joy that you're going to feel with everybody supporting one another can help you achieve some sort of healing goals. This can also be a healing support group in some way where, you lift each other up with, again, it doesn't have to be weight loss, but some other type of body thing going on. Again, health, body related. That helps you manifest a future goal of your well-being, right? With the Queen of Swords here. So that's one way to look at this energy. Now, the Leo is your 9th house of the big picture perspective of your life. And she's looking at the big picture perspective of her life here as well in this card with her spyglass that she has there. This is also the house of international business, international connections, internet businesses, writing, publishing, academia, spirituality, all of those types of things, politics, the law, 9th house stuff. So there could also be, like, again, example, study group to help you ace the bar exam. Okay? Again, this is going to be people you enjoy spending time with, like you can laugh about it, but you're serious, you're going to get it done. It's not all just fun and games, like you're going to get it done to achieve a common goal. This is like a mini mastermind group that can help you manifest and achieve some sort of long-term goal that you have for your future. There's strength in numbers here as long as it's the right numbers, the right type of energy and people. The strong bond that you have can help, lift each other up in some sort of achievement of a goal that is going to be important to all of your futures, not just yours, but also the other people that you're hanging out with. So this is excellent energy. This is excellent energy here. Beautiful. So yeah, whether it's, something health related or something where you do need some strength and fortitude to achieve a particular goal, it's the strength in joyful numbers that's going to help you do that. All right, Capricorn, let's see what we have going on for you. New moon solar eclipse in your 10th house of career, conjunct Mercury. Could there be some important message, important sale, a contract, something else going on? Let's see. Capricorn. All right, making your mind up about a new career direction, perhaps. Let's see. We have the Star, gorgeous, and the Knight of Cups. And the Strength. Wow. All right. All right, so interesting. The Star is showing up here. This is Aquarius energy. That's your second house of money, Knight of Cups, beautiful emotional exchange, an emotional change for the better. And then the Strength card, the Leo energy, which is your 8th house of other people's money. And also I feel like, okay, I feel a couple different things here. There could really be a very positive change for the better with your finances in terms of some sort of creative project that you are very, very good at, the Strength card. Okay, some sort of emotional, expressive, creative energy. I mean, whatever you put your heart and emotional energy into. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be typically creative, like writing or painting or whatever. It could be, again, whatever you create personally. You can be an engineer and be very creative. Not everybody's mind can work like that, right? Engineers, I mean, it's amazing the things that they can build, the things that they put together. My mind doesn't work like that, but that is creative energy. And their heart, I mean, when they get into a project, okay, so just know that it's whatever you put your creative energy into, and whatever that means for you. Your heart and soul and body are into it. Like, you love doing this particular thing, and you're so darn good at it with the star here. The Leo energy does suggest it could be something like performance related, like you get up and it's theatrical. It could be something in the media. It could be something, yes, in the creative arts. But as I said, apply the energies to your life. You could be an engineer. But with the star here, finances, there could be a new opportunity, career opportunity, because of your reputation, which precedes you. That could be amazing. An amazing expression of your talents. Again, this is a new moon energy. So, and it's a solar eclipse. So this beginning could be brought by the universe, where you're just sitting there with that Mercury, you get the message and your jaw's dropping open like, really? Like, this is really happening? It could be something like that. Absolutely. I'm getting Star is Born type energy here also. There could be a very important meeting with somebody who could make you a star. Again, it's a metaphor, apply the energy. Like, have your star rise high in the company. So there could be an important meeting with HR or your boss or something like that. They think very highly of you. They want you to go to the next level in the organization. It can be something like that. Because Knight of Cups can be a really sincere heart-to-heart talk. And other people's money is this Leo energy as well. So somebody could be funding your project, investing in you in some way. So there could be a meeting like for funding, very possible here, that could go very well and get your creative project off the ground. Very possible. If I was going to make also a timing prediction with this, I would also say when Pluto goes into Capricorn, Pluto's already in Capricorn, duh. When Pluto goes into Aquarius, which will be happening the last day of your sign in January and the first day of Aquarius season, there could be some beautiful culmination from what gets started this month. Remember I said this energy goes from this October until the end of March with the lunar eclipse in Libra. So the next development of this could be happening at that point with the star, Aquarius energy, and the Pluto, which is the agent of change that you have been dealing with since 2008. Capricorns, you will be getting your rewards after this Pluto transit is over. Some of you already started to see the shift and feel the rewards coming in. But definitely Pluto wrapping up that final transit. If you've been doing the Plutonian thing, you've released what you needed to release. You took on board the lessons. You've transformed, which I'm sure you have. There will be a reward for you. Okay, it's same like Saturn. Saturn brings rewards at the end of his transit through whatever house he's going through, as long as we have done the work. If you have done the transformation that Pluto has been kind of requesting, well, it's not really a request, it's more like better do it now. You've been doing it. This is why you have gone through what you have gone through. This is why you are coming out the other side, and you're coming into some beautiful new things that are going to start manifesting for you, especially in career life. Okay, because that is the house that's being activated for you right now. So very interesting. Very, very interesting energies. I encourage you, go watch your money, career, business reading for October if you haven't already done so. That was pretty lit also. All right, Aquarius, new moon, solar eclipse in your 9th house. So the big picture perspective of your life, writing, publishing, academia, spirituality, politics, international business, international travel, the internet. Where do you see yourself going, Aquarius? Some of you may really have a travel bug happening right now. Let's see what we have for you. We have the King of Pentacles, and we have the Virgo, the Hermit, and we have the Chariot, which is travel also. Okay. 8th house is showing up here, the Virgo, the 8th house of other people's money. But 8th house is also a very, very transformative house. So it is physical, mental, emotional, transformation, healing, development. The King of Pentacles here is suggesting to me that there is something where you see your life, the Chariot's here, see your life going in a brand new direction because you are feeling, I think, more confident about yourself in some way. After perhaps a period of introspection with the Hermit here, maybe in Virgo season, this recent past Virgo season, you with Venus and Mercury retrograde, you were really rethinking how you wanted to present yourself at work, the direction, again, you want to go in your life, how you want to transform and heal your finances. So there may have been a lot of spiritual growth and spiritual reflection in these areas. And with the Chariot here, it seems like you are perhaps deciding to invest more of your time and energy and money, with the King of Pentacles here, into things that can move you forward in your life and move you forward quickly in your life, the Chariot. So it may be networking opportunities or opportunities to travel to network that could help you in your career in some way, as an example. It could be, again, with the Chariot here, opportunities to travel, attend conferences with more spiritually minded people because you're tired of feeling isolated and alone. You want to connect with valuable, King of Pentacles. This is the key here, very valuable, people who have good energy. So that's another possibility here with this, because 9th house is also spirituality. There definitely, though, here is energy of not staying stuck. With the Hermit, staying stuck alone at home, but of venturing forth with the Chariot to connect with, again, the value and valuable people out there in the world. You've been maybe too much on your own, okay? So that's very beautiful here. The Chariot also is about really opening up new horizons for yourself as well. And there could become a fork in the road where you may have opportunities to choose which way am I going, especially in your career direction, because this is Cancer, your 6th house of work and well-being. So there may be opportunities also to travel for well-being, like travel to a nice spa or travel to a place that can give some spiritual and bodily healing. There could be that type of thing going on also. This energy is also suggesting, because the 6th house of work, it is time for you to take a vacation, to take a break, to enjoy experiencing the world and the different things that are out there on offer. 9th house, different cultures, different people, as that's part of life too, not just constantly working all the time. If we're dealing with any type of workaholic Aquarians out there watching this, okay? So, very nice. I'm also getting a little buzz. It's some of you, it's time to spread your message more, especially message of some sort of spiritual nature, 9th house, through publishing and academia, getting the word out with this Chariot energy, really publicizing it and getting it out there, and taking your show on the road in some way also is going to be important for you. You may find, it's interesting that we have coins in this. It may not take a lot of resources to do this either. You could be traveling on a dime, like, design on a dime or budget on a dime, travel on a dime. Like, you could do this fairly affordably by investing some of your energy into doing some research, the Hermit, of finding those perhaps opportunities that, can enable you to travel a little more affordably or publicize your business more affordably as well, something like that. So that's, I just wanted to mention that with that. I was getting a buzz to tell you that. So this is very good, but it is definitely time to set your intentions to get out and about and move forward in your life and where you see yourself going. Now, some of you, if you haven't done the personal spiritual contemplation work yet to do that, then it's time to set the intention to do that so that you know which direction you want to go in. Pisces, new moon solar eclipse in your 8th house of transformation, physical, mental, emotional, financial transformation, other people's money, sex, death, taxes, intimacy. Oh my goodness, this is a deep house, as we know, 8th house. Healing from secrets and lies, bringing truth to the light. Let's see what we got going on for you, Pisces. But it is the house of transformation, deep transformation. All right, let's see what we have going on for you. We have the 9 of Cups and the King of Wands and the 7 of Swords. Okay. All right, this is what I think. No matter how badly you want something, Pisces, it should not involve any sort of Fibonacci's 7 of Swords, any type of deception, illusions, delusions, lies, fibs, whatever you want to call them. Okay? You know how sometimes you can turn a blind eye? You can turn a blind eye because of the appetite, the desire, 9 of Cups, the wish, especially when it comes to some sort of passionate situation. Okay, with this King of Wands. Now, this may involve an Aries, Leo, Sag. I mean, it's possible, but it's just whatever is setting your heart ablaze. Like, you know what I'm saying? And because this is the 8th house, this could be somebody setting your heart ablaze when it comes to a physical attraction. That's 8th house, deals with physical intimacy. So this may be a good time. Again, it's about using the energies to set your intention that you are not going to allow players, Fibonacci's, fly-by-night, hit it, quit it type situations in your life if that's not what you want. Now, if you want that, you just want to, whatever. You're out there doing whatever. Okay, fine. Fine. But if you have this idea that you would like something of more substance, a more committed situation or something like that, then don't allow yourself to be kidded and don't kid yourself about your intimate connections. That's the first thing I feel in this energy. When I looked at this, I was like, okay. The same thing, right? There's no shortcuts, Pisces. 7 of Swords. Don't kid yourself that there's going to be a shortcut with the 8th house. The 8th house brings massive transformation and changes. It makes us face some of our unsavory tendencies, and we all have them. And this really could have something for you, again, to transform and heal about your own appetite in some way. Your cravings, your appetite and cravings, maybe for, again, intimate connections or whatever you think you need, right? With this King of Wands, this impulsive, it could be impulsiveness also. Impulsiveness, headstrong, impulsive, I gotta have this now, or no holds barred, like there's no restraints or constraints or logic. It's just like, you know, this craving and desire that overtakes you. And 8th house is the house of addictions also. So some of you, again, you could be facing and dealing with cravings and addictions, and the truth of what that is for you. And you have enormous potential. If you're dealing with something like that right now, you have enormous potential to start over, start a new leaf, turn over a new leaf with the new moon energy here. But the truth needs to be faced, right? That is one of the foundations, I believe. I mean, I don't know from personal experience, but the foundations of a lot of, like AA and other programs like that, like let's be real here. Okay. So there's something that may be going on with that as well, that you could really be helping yourself. It's always about using the energies. Okay. You could also be dealing with somebody in your life who has this issue. And maybe you've been kidding yourself and you're like, you keep giving them chance after chance after chance after chance. And it could be this is the time that you need to decide to put your own interests at heart and cut the cord. Again, 8th house. Other people, dealing with other people in some way and other people's issues that they may have brought into your life. There could be something like that going on here also. So, but again, the point is with a new moon solar eclipse, it is about this powerful energy of transformation and making the new situation happen. But the new situation will happen a little easier for you if the 7 of Swords energy can be dealt with. That is all I'm saying here. Okay, again, whether that's your energy or somebody else's. So powerful energies of transformation to be working with. Again, this may be occurring over a 6-month window of time. We don't have energy here of shock. I mean, we don't have the Tower or some other type of energy. So it can be, again, this is a change that happens gradually from now until the end of March, beginning of April, especially since we have the Aries energy showing up here also. Because you could be dealing with something that, is rather intense. It's 8th house. It may not happen overnight, but when we face 8th house things, and we deal with them squarely, and we're really committed to dealing with them and making those profound changes, they can stick, they can last. So this is one of the best ways to use this energy, especially with the 7 of Swords here. This may be the time really to plant the seed and say to the universe, I accept the truth about whatever this situation is for you, and show me the way to change. So thank you so much for joining me for your new moon solar eclipse in Libra tarot and astrology energy forecast. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what's going on for you with these energies. The month of October, we got so much happening. Pluto going direct, eclipses. My goodness, it is definitely a month of a lot of astrological energies. So hang in there, everybody. Let's lift each other up and support each other in the comments. And know that we all live under the same skies. We're all experiencing various amounts and intensities of change. So again, be kind to one another and support one another through this time. All right? Take care. We love you guys. We'll see you again soon. Stella Wilde and Miss Ariel signing out.